Hello everyone, this is Shravani Patil. Today in this video, I'll be explaining about the research paper or study of environmental protection planning methods and environmental risk assessment of regional power grid. Overview. Reg- Regional power grids are critical for supplying electricity over vast area, but they pose significant environmental risk. Key environmental risks. This includes air pollution from a fossil fuel power plants, and contribution to climate change. Study objective to integrate environmental protection strategies into power grid planning and assess potential environmental risk using advanced techniques. Problem statement. Current power grid expansion are not adequately considering long-term environmental impacts. Environmental risk of power grids. Key environmental concern. Air and water pollution. Power generation releases harmful gases and pollutants into atmosphere and use vast amount of water for cooling. Land usage impact. Infrastructures like transmission line often leads to habitat destruction, biodiversity loss and deforestation. Resource depletion. Reliance of fossil fuels depletes non-renewable resources and contributes to environmental degradation. Emerging issues. Climate change exacerbates these risks, increasingly the need for sustainable power grid solutions. Planning methods for environmental protection. Integrated environmental planning. The holistic approach that evaluates environmental impacts during the planning stage of power grid protection projects. Tools used. Geographical information system to map sensitive environmental areas. Life cycle analysis to assess the environmental impact of grid infrastructure over its lifespan. Environmental consideration, air quality, land use, and water conservation must be incorporated into grid planning. Key examples successful integration of these tools in renewable energy projects has resulted into reduced emission and minimized ecological footprint. Environmental risk assessment framework. Comprehensive risk assessment. Risk identification. Identifying the source of environmental harm such as emission of from the power plant or ecosystem disturbance from the construction. Risk evaluation using models like technique for ordering preference by similarity to ideal solution and matter element extension to qualify and evaluate risk based on severity and likelihood. Mitigation strategies, proposing solutions like clean energy integration, carbon capture, and sustainable land use to minimize risk. Case study overview. NICAC's the province in China faced challenges in balancing renewable energy integration and environmental protection. Risk management approaches. Renewable energy focus on wind and solar energy to reduce reliance on fossil fuels. Environmental benefits. Significant reduction in emission due to the use of clean energy resource, but challenges remained with large scale land use for solar farm. Outcome successful integration for renewable source while minimizing environmental damage using advanced planning method. Policy and regulatory framework. International agreements, Paris Agreement, National com- Committed to reduce GHG emission and promoting clean energy, global renewable energy targets, influence of international policies on national energy plan, local policy implementation. China's renewable energy law promotes the expansion of clean energy and provides financial incentive for renewable grid projects. Environmental standards. Strict regulation on emission of power plants alongside financial penalties for non-compliances. Challenges. Gaps between the policies and practical implementation due to cost, technological limitations, and infrastructure challenges. Challenges in environmental protection. Economic barrier. High cost. Implementing sustainable technologies like wind turbines and solar panels require sustainable upfront investment. Grid integration issues. Renewable energy in intermittent nature challenge grid sustainability. Technical challenge. Energy storage lack of efficient storage solution for renewable energy causes grid reliability issues. Infrastructure. Expanding the grid while minimizing land and resource use is complex challenge. Policy gaps. Misalignment between the renewable energy growth and existing infrastructure. Benefits of effective environmental protection planning. Environmental benefits. Reduction in carbon footprints. Lower greenhouse gas emissions through the cleaner energy resource. Conservation of natural resource. Less strain on water, land and ecosystem. Economic gains. Long-term savings reduce operational cost through the energy efficiency and better use of resource. Regulatory compliances. Meeting environment standards and avoiding penalties or a fine. In- Increased grid reliances. As well planned grid is better equipped to handle extreme weather events and disruption causing climate change. Conclusion and future direction. Summary of findings. Environmental risk assessments are essential for sustainable power grid development. Integrating clean energy and strategic planning is key to reduce the environmental impact of power grids. Future directions. Emerging technology use artificial intelligence, big data, and productive analytics for more precise environment impact forecasting. Policy development. Need for stricter regulations and incentive for integrating sustainable technology. Global collaborations. More international efforts are required to standardize environmental protection in power grid planning. Call to action and a unified approach to a grid development that balances economic, technical, and environmental consideration is critical for sustainable futures. Thank you for watching.